Now that we're entering Act 4 of our Rooted series, we're entering a time where we're looking at fragments, glimmers of hope. Through the Old Testament, one of the things that we have seen so far is we've had breakdown, we've had restoration, we've had rescue happen in little spurts. And now, as people move from the Judges to the time of Kings, we have transitioning happening in the Old Testament. We have a move from tribal to monarchy rule. We have a move from people who are wandering to people who are now situated. We have this move from people doing what's right in their own eyes to now having to do what's right in the eyes of the king. And that theme is taken up, and we'll look at that more in the New Testament, of how that theme of doing what's right in the eyes of the king is reimagined in light of who Christ is and what Christ asks of us. But in this move through the Old Testament, the thing that's so striking is that even in the midst of breakdown, in the midst of failure, in the midst of people rising and the downfall that happens when we bear the consequences of our own choices, there's still hope that happens. Wholeness can be found even in the midst of brokenness around us. And so this series is going to look at journeys of individuals and journeys of a people to discover what wholeness looks like when we encounter the goodness and the fullness of God. This series through the rest of the Old Testament speaks prophetically to us. It describes what wholeness looks like. It also invites us prescriptively. That's in a way that asks us in our own lives to look at what wholeness looks like. It looks at that in that kind of way. And so we're excited for this rest of the series, Fragments, Glimmers of Hope. Let's pay attention to those glimmers and pay attention in our own lives of where hope can be found.